just it's cyclical. It's something that the earth does. It's always gone on. But when we're talking about technology, that literally you can fly in outer space, you can drop and plunge yourself into the ocean, go to underwater cities,
Right.
That's scary to think that could be in the hands of some of the people.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, these evildoers, yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to say this. We have a vice president right now that used to be Montel Williams' side squeeze.
Wow.
How does that make you feel as an American to know that the vice president used to be the side piece for Montel Williams?
Wow.
Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was his,
Main squeeze. Huh?
No, she was the side one.
A side squeeze.
She was the side squeeze. How does that make you feel?
Weird.
Montel Williams, Jerry Brown, I guess they're both,
Yeah.
shiggling and giggling, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. The U.S. government is going to release a report in June. Do you think it'll actually happen?
Probably not. They keep saying they're going to release all this stuff, and I'm waiting and waiting.
So, in all of the bad things that Bill Clinton did,
Right.
the one thing that he did try to do that most people don't know about, he did try to declassify a bunch of the UFO stuff and say, hey, this is what's really happening.
I did remember that.
The people that are really in control, the people that are really in charge said, no, you're not doing that.
No.
What are you saying? Bomb, bomb, dom,
No,
bomb,
bomb,
bomb, dom.
No.
Yeah.
No, bomb,
What is
no.
this, a 50s radio show or something, So there you go.
Yep.
I believe it's real. I don't think that these gentlemen have any reason to lie about it. And when there's so many stories that come to the forefront by people that we can trust, there's something there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be.
There's got to be. Yeah.
So I'm going to let you do another one. Let's see. Let's hear it.
All right. Collapsed history.
Collapsed.
Yeah. Collapsed history.
Is there such a thing as reconstructive anus surgery?
I'm not sure.
Really?
They've got reconstruction of everything.
Well, I'm saying reconstructive anus surgery and worm charming.
Yeah.
If there's a doctor that can do that, that would be right up your alley for a wife.
Galapagos rock formation.
Wait. It's not Galapagos. It's Galapagos.
Well, I'm sorry
It's Galapagos.
for my northern English.
Well, that's from the land of poisonous nuts. That's not northern. Because even people in Wisconsin know that it's Galapagos. The Galapagos Islands.
Galapagos rock formation.
The Galapagos.
Darwin's arch has collapsed.
Really?
One of the most famous rock formations, the Galapagos Islands, has collapsed into the sea. The top of Darwin's arch, located in the northern part of the archipelago, fell as a consequence of natural erosion, according to the Ministry of Environment for Ecuador. Images of the structure, which now consists of just 2 pillars, were posted on social media accounts for the ministry on Monday, alongside a statement confirming the news. Your thoughts, Mr. Hams?
It's too bad. I hate to see when things like that
History,
happen. Yeah, it's,
Literally, it went history.
Well, it is.
History made history.
I mean, that's why I want to get around and experience this stuff and get my kids to see some of this stuff, because we never know how long it's going to last. Like, imagine if an earthquake happened by Mount Rushmore.
Oh, this whole United States would be in trouble.
Right. There's a lot of cool things to go see. Things change, and there'll be stuff that they get to see that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
But still, it's kind of saddening.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is. See history go by.
All right, so check this out. 7 grossest foods of all time. What's the grossest thing that you've ever eaten? And keep it PG.
Grossest thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I can't remember.
This one time at band camp.
I can't remember the pizza. There was a pizza place.
A pizza place.
Yeah.
Pizza is the worst. Okay.
But I know, believe it or not. This is going to shock you. Yeah, it was bland. Didn't have no flavor. Sauce was
That's the grossest thing you've ever eaten?
Yeah, because I'd rather have something that has flavor.
Well, I mean, but I'm talking about gross. I'm not talking about flavorless cardboard with ketchup on
Pretty
it.
much that's what it was.
Well, I'm talking gross. What's the grossest thing that you've ever eaten?
Let's see.
It wasn't a pickle or a mushroom or something like that?
Could drinking something be?
Sure, go for it.
Like soured milk by accident?
Ooh, Matt Finn says haggis.
Because I drank soured milk by accident.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I drank it out of the jug thinking, there's nothing wrong with the wife. It's like, that milk's spoiled. I'm like, ugh.
Have you ever had a drink of breast milk?
No. Okay.
Some girls pre-pump.
Yeah.
And, I've known guys that have done that. I've also, what is the powder that you put together for the babies? That stuff is pretty gross.
Oh, was it Infamil or something?
Well, something like that.
Yeah.
However, those things have nothing on what I'm about to share with you.
Oh.
Rocky Mountain oysters. Would you try one?
No.
You wouldn't? Why? What's wrong with that?
That's hog ball?
Well, it's balls. Yeah. I know a guy that he's a cowboy, and he actually has a Rocky Mountain oyster fry every year.
Really?
Yeah, except his are mostly beef.
Yeah.
I've never tried one, but they say that they're delicious. So Rocky Mountain oysters, number one. Number two, hakarl. It's the national dish of Iceland. Essentially, it's Greenland shark that has been left to rot in the ground for several months. Greenland shark flesh has so much urea in it that it's actually poisonous. However, the Icelandic people came up with an ingenious way to make the shark edible. They gut and behead the shark before burying it in a shallow grave. After fermenting for 4 months, the shark is cut up and hung to dry for a few months before being ready to serve. So dried out rotten fish.
Yeah.
Would you go for that?
No.
Let me see. I gotta look for something. Okay. They do not have the Norwegian version of that, which is basically like fish jello.
Right.
And it's, basically you throw some fish in some lye and you let it sit there and rot. Would you try it?
No.
Okay. This one, I think, this is number 3, but I think this one's probably the worst for me. It's called balut. You ever had balut?
No.
Okay, you have a coworker up there that eats balut. Asia and the Philippines. Fertilized duck eggs with a partially developed embryo inside. Now, I've seen balut where it's, the start of the embryo, the little red thing, and I've seen it that way. But I have also seen it where the bird is almost done. The beak's formed, the legs are formed, and they boil it. It's supposed to look like a baby duck when you eat it, and firm but tender. And you peel off the egg, and then you get a little crunch, from the beak and from the leg. What do you think of that?
I think I'll pass.
It's called balut. It's a tradition over in the Philippines.
Right.
They're more nutritious than chicken eggs. Does that mean anything to you?
No, it don't mean nothing.
It's baby duck. That's what it is. Baby duck that's almost formed.
Yeah.
I can see you eating that. Milt. It says, now this author comes from a region where milt is a local delicacy, so I don't find this one particularly weird. That said, I'm sure some of the readers that are reading this may be gagging. What is milt? Basically, it's fish sperm. Female fish produce roe, like caviar, which male fish fertilize with milt. How'd you like to spread some milt on your toast?
I think I'll pass.
Century eggs. Back to Asia. Chicken, duck, or quail eggs are placed into a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls. After curing for a few months in this special sauce, the eggs come out looking pretty funky. The egg yolk will turn into a greenish-gray mass while the white becomes a brown, translucent jelly. They have an intense, salty flavor thanks to a final pH of around 9 to 12. Here's one that you mentioned earlier, warthog anus. If you're visiting Nambian Bushmen, you might be invited to try some freshly cooked warthog anus. Whether you want to accept the invitation is up to you. But to prepare the dish, a warthog is slaughtered. After gutting, the butcher pulls out the anus and the last 1 foot of the intestine. The feces are squeezed out and the intestine thrown into a fire pit. Never mind the ashes and dirt. They're supposed to get in there, part of the flavoring. Wow. Would you try it?
No.
Okay, how about kasu marzu? Also spelled kasu marzu with CASUMARZU, is a Sardinian fermented sheep's milk cheese. Fermented, they're using that word liberally because really the cheese enters a state of decomposition. An integral part of the cheese is the maggots. That's right. Kasu marzu is infested with fly larvae that you're supposed to eat with it because it adds extra flavor. Upon consumption, the maggots try to leap out of the cheese. Better guard your eyes, and you want the maggots alive because if they're dead, Sardinians will tell you the cheese is no longer edible. Oh. So if the maggots are dead, it's no longer edible. What do you think of that?
Like it's crazy.
Can you do one of them things? Yeah. Would you? Okay, if you had to, kasu marzu or warthog anus? Yeah, I mean, come on. That's for me. You got to pick one, though. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Come on. Warthog anus or kasu marzu?
What was in the kasu again?
Maggots, fermented cheese that is decomposing. Yes. All right, I'm not going to do that. Folks, I want to thank you for being here today. Remember, get over to mypillow.com, promo code Crankers.
Crankers.
Get over to thecostclub.com. Get your morning Crankers swag.
Yes.
In the next day or two, the Crankers Club should be going. That's what I'm really waiting for. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
The Crankers Club.
Crankers. Let's crank her up.
Spreely.video. Come over there, sign up. And, hey, that's where I have the video for Unleash Jeremy Hansen as well.
Yeah.
You know, but get over there. Morning Crankers is a lot more fun show, right? So, it is what it is. We freaking love you guys.
Love you.
Have a wonderful, wonderful hump day.
Yeah.
Hump, hump.
Yep. Don't be eating any anus. I'll see you on Thursday.